Hi everyone, it's Maud here, and welcome to your Take a Short Flight flow. This flow is perfect if you've just been looking down, or maybe you've felt like you've just been slumped and slouchy the whole day, maybe looking at your phone, your devices, or just at work, and you just want to take that literal change in perspective, a literal change of altitudes. So there's going to be a lot of up and down motion in this class, but it's actually a short and sweet class just for that change of perspective and for you to just feel a little bit more rejuvenated and revitalized for the rest of your day, or just to feel like a new person. So I do have blocks here with me. If you don't have any blocks, just grab tin cans from the kitchen, maybe some thick books. But I would recommend that you sit on top of something for now as we start seated. So I am going to sit on top of one of my blocks. Feel free to sit on top of a pillow or a blanket, whatever you have. Just keep the other block or the other prop close to you. And then I'm in Virasana, which means my hips, my sit bones are on the block. But if this is not comfortable to you, just feel free to sit cross-legged. Lengthening the spine. As usual, we are going to spend some time to breathe and to feel settled before we get moving. So just get your palms to open up towards the sky. Start to either close your eyes or just keep your gaze soft towards the floor. Lengthen the back of the neck and feel open and relaxed in the chest and shoulders. And then feel your sit bones nice and even on top of that block or on top of that prop. And if you've really been just looking at one direction, maybe a downward direction because of a particular reason, maybe it's for work or even helping your child's or children's homeworks, whatever that reason may be, try to see if you could chip it away and away, farther away from the practice and farther away from your presence here, so you can just focus on yourself and how you're placed, and see if you can really get to a place where you can arrive and respect your time and energy here. Take a deep inhale in. Open the mouth, slowly sigh it out. Inhale through nose. Open the mouth, sigh it out. Let go of your baggage. One more time, inhale through nose. And exhale, sigh it out through the mouth. And start to get the body to feel a little bit more settled, heavy with the pelvis on the block, but a little bit of floatedness, of flightiness from the waist up. And start to inhale and exhale out through the nose, Jayi breath. Inhaling all the way in, feeling the expansion in your rib cage. In the lungs. And as you exhale, feel everything come back to center. And if you really are exhaling out through the nose, you'll notice the exhales will be a little bit longer. So do that practice about 3 or 4 more times. Being okay with being quiet and silent and still. Let's take one more mindful breath. Inhale in. And then exhale out. Nice job. Open the eyes. And then your next inhale, just lift your shoulders towards the ears. And as you exhale, roll it back. You can just let the arms and the fingers go. 2 more times. Inhale up and back and down. Inhale up and back and down. Next time you inhale, lift the arms up. Watch your palms connect if that's okay with your neck. Exhale, open up to your right side. Inhale, lift up. I'm trying to mirror you, but just do whichever side feels comfortable for you to do. Exhale to your left. Arms down. One more time. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, twist to your right. Keep the chest open. One more time. Inhale up. And then exhale, twist towards the left. Beautiful. Slowly come to center. Peel your hips away from the block, and you can place the other prop on the side, maybe close to your feet at their tallest face. That way it will be more accessible for you once you start lifting up. I'm trying to mirror you, so place your right hand on top of the block on your right. And then as you inhale, really engage those glutes to push your hips forward, and then lift your left arm up. Open the chest, exhale, sit your butt back. Left hand on the prop or on the mat. Inhale, lift up. You can also place this hand on your lower back or your ankles, and then exhale, slowly lower and sit. We'll do this a couple more times. Inhale, reach up. Already taking flight. Feel the stretch in the front of the body. Exhale, sit back. Move with the breath. And perhaps your exhales are 1 second longer than your inhales. One more time, each side. Lengthen up. Engage all your 5 fingers. Maybe pause at the top. Engaging those glutes, helping to extend the hips forward. Exhale, sit back. And then one more time, left or right side. And then exhale, slowly lower. Keep your blocks towards the top of the mat and come into your all fours, or as we call it, quadruped. Make sure that the knees are underneath the hips and that your hands are really underneath the shoulders and your fingers are spread, zipping up through the belly. That way you're not dumping your belly down towards the mat. Let's do our cat-cows, keeping our toes tucked in the back. Inhale, sag the belly, and then lift your tailbone, open your chest, lift your head. Take your time, exhale around the spine, go the other direction. Eventually the head is the last to move, tucking your chin towards your chest. Doing this about 3 more times on your own. And feel free to move at a pace that makes more sense to you, as the size of my lungs may be different from yours. Of course, maybe your body is just feeling a little tight today. Maybe your neck is talking to you as you've just been slumped, looking down, looking at one direction. And you just honor that, accept that. And then you're just doing the best you can here. One more curl. Nice job. Come to center, send your knees a little wider apart, maybe mat width apart. Untuck the toes in the back. Your toes are towards each other, and push back into this half child's pose. Keeping the hands where they are and just sort of dangling the head and the neck. Slowly look towards your right shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, look towards your left shoulder or even beyond. One more time, just like that. Right shoulder. Center, left shoulder. Slowly come to center. The next time we inhale, we're going to shift our upper body forward, but we're going to lift our right arm back, up, forward. And as we plant it down, we're going to sit our hips back, bow our heads. Left side, inhale, body forward. Arm goes back, up, and forward before we plant and sit back. Really dangle that head. Give in to gravity. A few more times on each side. Just going in this one direction like you're swimming. As you plant the hands, sit back towards your heels. Left side. Maybe this time your head and your neck follows where your hand goes. If that feels good to your neck, do that. Otherwise, you can just maybe look at a direction that feels safe and comfortable to you. Exhale, sit back. One more time, taking flight already. Change in perspective. And then slowly come down. Breathe here, inhale. And then exhale. Slowly come forward into your hands and knees. And just send your right foot between the palms into the square lunge. And as you inhale, slowly other direction. Hand goes forward, up, back, and down. And as you exhale, hands on the mat, or it could be on the blocks, and just sit back in this passive half split stretch. Passive split stretch. Can be half splits or whatever you call this. as long as you're lengthening the backs of the legs or the hamstrings. Slowly come up. Again, the arms go forward, up and back. Plant them down and then do your passive stretch. A little bit shorter this time. We're going to make a flow out of this inhale. That's one long inhale. Circle with the arms. As you plant your hands, exhale, prepare for that stretch. You can plant the palms or the fingertips. 2 more times, just like that. Take flight, guys. Feel like you could touch the sky. Exhale, push back. One more time on this side. Inhale, forward, up and back. Feels good in the shoulders. Exhale. Find that stretch. Slowly walk the hands forward. Come back into your quadruped. Hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips, and do 2 rounds of cat-cow. Listening to your spine, your lower back, your neck perhaps. Try to relax the jaw and that space between the eyebrows. Soften where you can soften. Exhale, round it. Come to center. This time, step your left foot between the palms. Come into the square lunge with the ankles underneath the knees and the knees underneath the hip. As you inhale forward, up and back, make sure that you engage the glute of the right side. Exhale, plant the hands, and then come to your passive stretch. We're going to spend about 3 to 4 breaths here like we did on that first side. You can spread the toes. You can engage the leg or not engage the leg as much as you can. Just find this nice sensation in the back of the legs. And sometimes just being in the pose is enough, right? We don't have to keep pushing and pushing and pushing and going deeper and deeper. We can just be fine with the sensation that we're feeling, and maybe that's just enough medicine for us. And then let's make the flow. Inhale, arms go forward, up and back, squeezing that right glute. Exhale, hands down. Find the passive stretch. 3 times. I'm going to say the same thing. Be comfortable going at your own pace because the size of my lungs may be a different size from yours. And so honor your pace. You don't have to either keep up with me or move us in the same pace as I am. 2 more times. Exhale, plant the palms on the blocks or on the mat. And 1 more time, just like that. Inhale. Backstroke this time. And then exhale, plant your hands. Slowly walk your hands forward. This time you're going to walk your left foot a little farther towards the top of the mat. So when you come into this lunge, that right knee is a lot farther from the left heel. Hands can be on blocks or on the mat. Keep your left hand outside that left foot and then inhale your right arm up. We're going to keep circling these shoulders here. 1 more circle just like that. Next time we're going to lift it up and back. Point the right arm behind you. Stay right here. Breathe. And then exhale, slowly plant your right hand down. And then just lengthen this left leg. Push the left hip back. This time your right hip is going to be on top of your right knee. So it's not going to be this passive stretch. It's going to be a lot more active than we did. Spending a few breaths here before we flow. Hands can be on your blocks. Or if you can keep your spine long, belly engaged, then you can get rid of the blocks. Last breath before we flow. All right, so let's inhale, bend the left leg. Same thing, lift the arms up. We're just going to reach it up towards the sky. Really engaging the right glute. And as you exhale, straighten the left leg airplane, heart forward, hands back. Find your focus, find your balance. Inhale, shift forward, and then up. That right glute is crazy engaged. Exhale, airplane. Toes up, active in the arms and the fingers. 1 more time. Inhale. Anjaneyasana, low lunge, arms lifted. Exhale, find your airplane. Nice job. Come to center. Hands on the props or the blocks. Come into your quadruped for now. And then step your right foot a little bit forward towards the top of the mat. Left knee a lot farther away from it, so your lunge is a little bit deeper this time and not that 90-degree angle that we were at. Try not to sink in those hips, keeping the inner thighs active. And then really wake up the left glute. Keep your right hand down outside the right foot. And then inhale your left arm up. And as you exhale, just send the left hand back, the left arm back, keeping this left shoulder blade moving towards the spine. One inhale here. As you exhale, come back to center. This time, half splits right here, hands on the mat or on the blocks. Make sure that the left hip is right on top of the left knee. There's a lot more activity in the back of the legs than in that pose before. You don't have to deepen your fold too much. Just focus on the sensation in the backs of the legs before we turn this into a flow. Last breath, inhale. And then exhale. Beautiful. Shift forward. And then lift your arms up, squeezing the left glute. Lifting up towards the side, through the side of the ribs, and then exhale, airplane, straighten the right leg, heart forward. A few more times, inhale, low lunge. Engaging the glutes, lengthening the spine, exhale, arms back, heart forward. Keep your shoulders packed and set. One more time, inhale, reach up. And then exhale, airplane. Nice job. Slowly come to center. Just place your hands on the blocks so that you can just step your left foot in. And as you step your left foot in, keeping your back heel lifted, start to bend the right knee so that you can just lift your arms up into Anjaneyasana. Feel strong in the legs. Gather your lower belly energy. Lengthen your tailbone down and engage the left glute. Inhale. You know where we're going. Exhale. Extend the right leg. Airplane. Literally taking flight here. Some of you may think that's corny, but sometimes it's the best way to convey the message. Exhale. Bow forward. Arms back. 2 more times. Take flight. Inhale. A change in perspective really is one of those things that I do during the day just to kind of shift my energy. One more time and then exhale, airplane. Slowly plant your palms on either side of the right foot. Come into a downward facing dog. And if this is your first down dog, just pedal one leg at a time. One leg bends, one leg lengthens, making sure the feet are at least as wide as your hips and the hands are at least as wide as your shoulders. Making that letter A shape with the top of your tailbone, mimicking the top of that letter A. It's pointed up and back. Find strength in the shoulders, lengthen the spine. You can be soft in the knees if you have to. Downward facing dog. Inhale here. Exhale all the way out. Bottom of the exhale, stepping your left foot between the palms or towards the top of your mat. And then come into your Anjaneyasana, high crescent lunge with the left leg bent and the right heel lifted in the back. Same thing, lengthen your tailbone, lift through the side of the ribs, engaging the right glute. Take an inhale. Exhale, let's airplane, extending the left leg, arms back, heart forward. Inhale up. Exhale, airplane. Take your time. Feel free to move slower than I am. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, airplane. This time, place your hands on the side or on your hips. Step your right foot forward, maybe like a foot. whatever that feels for you. And on your next inhale, just lift your right leg up towards the sky, or your right knee up towards the sky. Feel this engagement in this left leg that's standing and finding balance. Sit your right hip down. Make sure your ankle is right underneath that right knee. Inhaling here, keep your hands on the hips and your chest is open. And as you exhale, lengthen the right leg back, keeping a soft bend in that standing left leg. Warrior 3. Hands can be on the ground or on the blocks or on the hips, wherever it's comfortable. One more time. Inhale, Apanasana or stork pose. Knee to the sky, ankle underneath that knee. Tailbone down. Exhale, slowly, warrior 3. And then slowly plant the right foot back. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, high crescent lunge. Last chance. Exhale, airplane. And then slowly hands to heart center, bending that left leg, stepping the right foot in the front. And then you can find your hands in your lower back as you do these hip circles, whatever feels good to you. And then come to center. Keep your hands on your hips and then step your foot back. Bending that right leg, lifting the left heel. Inhale the arms up. And then exhale, airplane. Reversing our motion as we did on the other side. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, airplane. Nice job. As you slowly lift your upper body, bend the right leg, hands on the hips, and then slowly lift the left knee towards the sky into Apanasana or stork pose. Hard work here on the right leg, the right standing leg, making sure that the left ankle is underneath the left hip, sitting your left hip down, opening the chest. Finding your focus here, inhale. And then exhale, slowly send the left foot back, warrior 3. Let go of expectations or perfection. We're just playing around here. Inhale, stork pose, Apanasana. And then exhale, lengthen the left leg back, warrior 3. One more time. Inhale, Apanasana. And then exhale, place the left foot down. Shake your legs, make those circles once again, placing your hands on the lower back if that felt comfortable to you. And then keeping your feet underneath your hips, inhale your arms up. And then sending your hips back, keeping your spine long. Exhale, plant your hands down. Step back into your downward facing dog. Making the letter A shape once again, prioritizing the lengthening of the spine. And if that takes for you to soften your knees so that you allow more space in the lower back to really get that hip back and up, then do it. I'd rather you do that than have straight legs and your back is rounded. So long spine, bent legs, totally acceptable. Take 2 breaths in this down dog. Mind the distance of your hands, mind the distance of your feet, and mind the breath. Inhale. And as you exhale, plant the knees down. Get the toes towards each other, knees close to each other. Come into a close-kneed child's pose with the forehead on your mat, hands reaching towards your heels, and rock left and right. Pause at the center. Just let go. This position right here may mimic the direction you've been looking at for most of the day, most of the time, perhaps. And so just acknowledge how this feels here compared to when you were looking up and lifting up and reaching out. And just honor the body for what it does. To attempt to find balance. That's all we can do. Is we can try. Hands underneath the shoulders. Peel your forehead away from the mat or the prop. And then slowly come up. Notice the change in energy as you change altitudes. Inhale your arms up. Watch your palms connect. And then exhale, hands to heart center. One more time, just like that. Reach your arms up. And then exhale, hands to heart center. Keeping your spine long, bow your head towards your hands. Inhaling here. And as you exhale, take a deeper bow into your energy, your presence, your shrine, your altar that is your body. Honoring it, giving it what it needs. And thank you so much for sharing your practice today in this short and sweet, taking a short flight. I hope that really did change your perspective and that change of altitudes really kind of shifted some of your energy around. And now you feel better now compared to when you started class. Thank you so much from my heart to yours. Namaste, namaste, namaste. And I will see you next time. Take care.